Whether you're standing or on the mat, if your partner gets a hold of your neck, you need to address it. This is really true for the guillotine choke. And so the guillotine from guard is a steady, reliable choke that the person on the bottom can do. Now, for every technique, there's an early defense, a late defense, and then a last-ditch defense. I want to show you two different styles of guillotine defense. So if Jesse's head is here and feet towards me, Jesse's got me in his closed guard. It's a dangerous position for me because I can't really escape without opening and starting to pass. And Jesse can initiate some attacks. Like if he sits up and tries to hip bump me, and I try to stop him, then he can wrap my neck with that left arm, right? Really bad if he connects his hands. Now I can get finished really easily with the guillotine. So, there are two stages of guillotine defense. And the most effective, an ounce of prevention is always going to be worth a pound of cure. Jiu-jitsu solves most of life's problems. Posture solves most of jiu-jitsu's problems. So the very first thing that we're going to look to do is make posture. So if Jesse sits up and tries to get the guillotine, I'm going to look up, make my spine straight. So now even if he successfully wraps my neck, which is much harder, go ahead and try and finish me. It's really hard. Not to say that there's not other things that he could do here. To aid myself in my posture, and that's stage one, right? Usually if your partner can't effectively wrap your neck, it's and they know that they're not gonna, that they're not gonna get the guillotine, they're probably gonna abandon it and go for something else. Let's say he does get to wrap my neck and my posture is still okay, but I need to supplement my posture. So he comes, gets the guillotine, and now I feel my posture is good, but now I'm in a little bit of danger. I'm gonna step up on the same side as my head is up. And now if Jesse tries to finish, it's gonna be really, really difficult. And actually, he probably feels a little pressure on his elbow and shoulder even, because, right?
Not very comfortable.
Right, if I can keep my spine straight, it's gonna be really difficult for him to defend the guillotine, and it's much easier for me to pass. So those are our early stages of guillotine defense. If he does get it, and the way that you know that you're in trouble is if your face starts to look at the mat. If your face starts to look at the mat, your spine is no longer straight, and your posture is compromised. So what we need to do is defend the neck. And there are a lot of ways to defend here, but for this stage, I want folks to think about doing the same defense that we do from the standing guillotine. So Jesse gets up, I've got my head up, but oh no, he's able to compromise my base. Very bad now. You see my eyes are down at the mat? I want to grab his wrist to give myself a little bit of defensive strength against the guillotine. And as he sits back to try to finish me, I'm going to put my arm over his shoulder. So now, even if he locks his legs and tries to extend, I'm not going to have a lot of fun, but I'm hopefully going to be able to avoid being finished. Incidentally, a little tip for guillotine practitioners, and I'm going to have Jesse finish the guillotine this time for me. This is why when we get the guillotine, we want to take their head down to the side we want to put their head on the mat, essentially. That's why I want to step up on the same side that he has the guillotine, so he can't put my head on the mat. If Jesse tries to sit up and finish the guillotine, even if I'm not defending well, but he's on this side, it's going to be much harder. But if Jesse puts my head on the mat over here, I'm going to try and defend now, and I'm already pretty late and in trouble. So the best defense to a triangle is not to get caught in a triangle. Best defense to a guillotine is not to get guillotined. But unfortunately, that's not always realistic, especially when we're dealing with people that know what they're doing. So posture can be your early defense. You can supplement your posture by stepping up to keep your spine straight on the same side that the choke is on. And if they're able to compromise your posture and you find yourself looking at the mat, be sure to address the neck and try to get your arm over their shoulder to try to prevent them from extending their hips, engaging their core, and finishing the guillotine. I think you'll have some success with those defenses.